My first near-death experience happened when I was 45 years old. It was 1995, and I suffered a massive heart attack that led to a triple bypass. When I regained consciousness after the operation, I had a memory so vivid that at first I thought it must have been the drugs. But over time, I realized it was something more. I remember drifting into another place, another dimension. There was a blue sky, the deepest blue I had ever seen. I still look at the sky today and recall that same calmness. I saw tall grass swaying over rolling hills, but there was no breeze, no sound at all. Absolute silence. I wasn't walking. I was floating slowly over the fields. The place was filled with warmth, calmness, and a feeling of being one with the universe. As I moved across the hills, I suddenly saw images of my children. They weren't still pictures. They were alive, looking straight at me. Their faces were filled with worry. Without speaking, I could hear them calling me back. They needed me. In that moment, I knew I had a choice. If I went forward, I would be embraced by this calm and warmth forever. If I went back, I would return to pain, responsibility, and the struggles of life. But my children's futures depended on me. They weren't ready to face the world alone. And so, I decided. I came back. Instantly. I didn't see angels or a bright light, just a place of peace and the choice to return because of love. 2 years later, in 1997, I had my second near-death experience. This time, it was caused by a terrible car accident. My body was broken. A fractured pelvis, a punctured lung, a fractured skull, severe lacerations. I should have been in agony, but I felt no pain. Several days later, when I was finally able to stay awake and speak, the memories came rushing back. I saw again a place of warmth and love. It looked like a wide walkway tunnel, not round, but stretching forward like the passages that connect buildings. It wasn't bright, but it wasn't dark either. At the end of the tunnel, I saw people, from the waist up, all of them smiling, happy. And among them, I saw familiar faces, my two grandfathers and my father. Behind them, I sensed countless others, hidden in the shadows. Someone reached out and shook my hand. I believe it was my father. When he died of Alzheimer's, his body was broken, but here he was upright, healthy, smiling. And for the first time, I realized how short he really was. Everyone was so happy to see me, but then I felt it, the need to return. I don't think it was my choice. I think the decision was made for me. The hand I was holding stopped shaking mine. Instead, it just held me warmly. Then slowly, gently, my hand slipped free, and I drifted backwards. And just like that, I was back. During this experience, I also remember a vision. A brown door with an old porcelain doorknob floating in a black background. I knew that behind the door was something divine, a blazing light, and perhaps God himself. The door, I felt, is always there, available to everyone. I could open it at any time. But I didn't. Not yet. Since then, I've lost my fear of death. I know now that there are people who cross over against their will, and I feel such sorrow for them. They are happy now because they've adjusted. But I know they would have wanted more time in this world with their loved ones. I used to be religious. I'm not anymore, but I have deep respect for those who are, because I've seen something very few people ever glimpse, and I am grateful for it. I share my story carefully, but when I do, it always comes from the same place: love.